It's yet another deadly shooting caught on camera. An unarmed black teen shot and killed by a Chicago police officer. The video's released today after a judge's order to show the final moments of Cedrick Chatman's life 3 years ago. At 1:46 p.m., surveillance cameras capture Chatman, a carjacking suspect, getting out of a car and running away from police. That's Chatman running between two parked cars and onto the sidewalk, a police officer close behind. 2 seconds later, a second police officer, Kevin Fry, is seen in the middle of the street with his weapon drawn. Chatman disappears out of frame, still running away from police when Fry opens fire. Officers say Chatman was pointing a dark object at them and shot in self-defense. The object turned out to be a black iPhone box. The camera pans over and shows Chatman lying on the street. And then, about a minute later, a police officer is seen with a foot on the wounded teen's body.
You have a 17-year-old kid that's shot and killed, bleeding in the street in the city of Chicago, handcuffed, face down on the ground, and for him to essentially step on him on top of it, it's just totally unreasonable.
Unreasonable and disturbing, according to the judge that ordered the video to be released. The judge also called the city irresponsible for what he called an age of enlightenment. The judge is referring to the city's motion to drop its opposition for the release of the video made late Wednesday afternoon after a 3-year fight. The city's explanation: transparency in the public's interest.
I would say it's more of a political move than anything.
Attorneys for the officers sent CNN a statement saying they had reason to believe that the suspect was armed. The police officers have not faced criminal charges, but instead, Chatman's 2 accomplices, who were 10 blocks away, were charged with the teen's murder. They later pleaded guilty to lesser crimes. The police officers kept their jobs, but are facing a wrongful death suit from Chatman's family. Now, the federal judge's frustration with the city of Chicago didn't end by calling attorneys irresponsible. The judge went on to say and to scold city attorneys by telling them, look, you argued that this video was grainy. The judge said, I looked at it, it's not. And then, attorneys, you argued that it wasn't clear which officer fired the shots. And the judge said, it's very clear. He said, Officer Fry fired the shots. And Aaron, before I go, I want to show you one more thing, because as I'm looking through some of these documents, I'm looking at the autopsy report for this particular case, and yet some other discrepancy. Here, I'm going to read. It says, subject exited the vehicle with a gun and pointed at police. Police shot subject. If you look at that video, this note is definitely not jiving with what we saw in that video.